Group Capability Design Toolkit. The Group Capability Design team uses the 4 Ds of design as our content design methodology. This methodology can be used for projects of all sizes and across a variety of delivery mechanisms. Our learners' needs are at the heart of the process, and we spend a lot of time getting to know what will work for them in their environment. We test our ideas and prototypes with learners throughout the process to make sure that our solutions actually work for them. This methodology allows us to be flexible and fast in delivering great learning solutions. During each stage of the process, we use various tools and resources. Each stage gives a different type of deliverable, and each time we check in to make sure we're on the right track. This way we can try out lots of ideas and select the best one for our learners. The design homepage on the Learning Hub is a one-stop shop for all the tools we need during the 4 Ds of design. The left-hand side has links to all the useful resources that we have on our intranet and external sites that helps us. The explanations tell you how you might use the information. Our design folders have all the team information. Things like team meetings, agendas, health and safety information, and working group documents. There's also a folder for design resources where you can find ebooks and the latest articles that the team has collected. The 4 Ds of design overview is kept here too. The Learning Design Tracker is a record of all the work the team is touching. It includes new projects, projects in the pipeline, work in progress, and maintenance. Each stage of the design process is represented by an image. Click on an image to access the tools related to the process. Let's look at Diagnose. Each stage of the process has an overview document that describes what the designer needs to do and the tools they can use to help them. During Diagnose, designers need to get to know the business, the drivers for the request, and the learner's environment. We can use our Learning Needs Analysis tool to choose the questions appropriate to our project and ask these during interviews with learning managers, business representatives, subject matter experts, and learners on the job. We might even send a SurveyMonkey survey out to past participants to get their views. All of this analysis is recorded on the empathy map and documented in the Learning Design Strategy. The Learning Design Strategy is the designer's way of communicating everything that they have learned about the business and the learner needs to the rest of group capability and the business. It will be the document that is presented to the project sponsor to gain agreement to proceed. The tools in the Diagnose part of the toolkit will help the designer gather the information they need to make a recommendation. Back to the toolkit. Once we gain agreement to proceed, we can start some high-level design and build some prototypes. The design page of the toolkit has templates for storyboard, session plans, and all the design guidelines that you need for each kind of project. It's important to be aware of the standards that the learning needs to meet at this early stage so that we can develop it quickly and get it out to our learners with no technical hitches. Clicking on the design overview will provide more information about what is expected here. Develop extends this process. Once the best design prototype has been chosen and signed off, we can take it to the next level and start to build. It is here where we need to pay really close attention to the learnings from our prototyping and make sure that the solution meets the standards. We conduct test and learn during this stage and reiterate the design until we get something that everyone is happy to deploy. Deployment is a partnership between the designer, project manager, and learning manager. The designer needs to get the material ready to hand over to the learning experience team, delivery team, and the learning manager to deliver to the business. At this stage, the Learning Manager works closely with the communications team to market the new learning and make sure that everyone in their business has access to our new solution. The Learning Manager and the Project Management Office then evaluate the program, and the designer becomes part of the Post-Implementation Review Working Group. Post-implementation learnings are really important, and the designer should share these with the team. Our work is done now, until the learning requires an update or amendment, and then a similar, smaller version of the 4Ds starts again.
Created using Powtoon.